Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Husted, and my practice is Well Balanced. I'm an integrative, intuitive, holistic therapist, helping people to heal body, mind, and spirit, bringing them back into the wholeness of who they truly are. As an intuitive, I help connect people to the messages of their body and their higher wisdom, helping bring forth healing, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. I'm a guide for my clients, gently guiding them back into wholeness. As part of my responsibility to my work and my personal growth, I sit in silence every morning, release myself of who I think I am in order to receive divine wisdom, guidance, and any knowledge needed to help my clients or myself on their healing path. Through these deep meditative journeys, I have received profound divine wisdom that has helped not only me, but my clients. As this wisdom has poured through me, I began journaling these messages daily. I often use these messages for myself to guide me in my personal life. This wisdom feels too profound to keep to myself, and therefore I have felt deeply called to share them with you. Through the spirit of Sophia, known as the feminine essence of the Holy Spirit, I am honored to share these messages of hope and healing. I am no one special, just someone who said yes to this calling and has a deep passion for helping people on their path, body, mind, and spirit. I hope these messages support you on your path of healing, offer higher wisdom and insights on your journey. So I wanted to take a moment again to just briefly introduce myself to let you know who I am. And so this one today is going to be wisdom message number 3. So I'm going to go ahead and push the share button. And I am going to focus the share. So I want to remind everyone that these messages hold a frequency to them. And so if you take a moment now just to set the intention for what you're supposed to learn from these messages, I would encourage you to do so. And also have your heart open to hearing the frequency that this wisdom from Sophia, this wisdom from the angels is coming here to tell you. So, all right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and read it. You ask what to do about social media and other platforms. We say that as much of this energy can pull you down. They create alternative realities that do not exist in your field until you observe them. Your observation is what activates them and disrupts your energy. You, meaning the collective, are so powerful that your vibration, intention, and thoughts create your reality. When you extend into any of these platforms you engage with, they may lower your frequency by interacting with them. Be diligent with checking into your heart to see how it makes you feel. Communication is you. The phone and internet are simply tools through which you connect to the world. You can access anything you choose by directing your intention and energy. When you create space and become mindful, you create the environment for each individual to connect to source and receive healing. Healing happens in the now. So I'm going to stop sharing for a moment. So what this message was about is that quite often I'm asking about social media and the frequency. And, you know, I don't know if you all have been aware, but as you go on to different platforms, there's more AI generated stuff. There's more fear tactic stuff. There's more arguing. People are arguing and or on Facebook or platforms like that, there's a comparison thing. Well, that person got to go on this trip, or that person got to do this, or they got invited to this party, or whatever it is that you are feeling when you're on these platforms. What I'm hearing from this message is it could lower your frequency, and anything that lowers your frequency needs to be moved out of your life and or managed well. I think she had said, like, check in with your heart to see how it makes you feel. So I'm going to go ahead and share again, and we're going to go through each message and break it down. Okay. All right. So we're going to go back to the top. You ask what to do about social media and other platforms. We say that much of this energy can pull you down. They create alternative realities that do not exist in your field until you observe them. Your observation is what activates them, disrupts your energy. You, meaning the collective, are so powerful that your vibration, intentions, and thoughts create your reality. When you extend into any of these platforms you engage with, they may lower your frequency by interacting with them. Be diligent with checking into your heart to see how they make you feel. And so it's interesting because I like how she puts this, says that much of this energy can pull you down. So not everything is going to pull you down. Be diligent about what you want. But I thought this was fascinating. They create alternative realities that do not exist in your field until you observe them. And so, where our attention goes, our energy goes. And so, if you are on social media, let's say you're on Facebook or something like that, and you're getting bombarded by all the energies of everyone else in their lives, and it's not making you feel good, or it's making you have that comparison energy, or you didn't get enough likes on something, or you posted something and no one responded, or anything like that, that will create an alternative reality that didn't exist in your life until you tuned into it. And so your observation of it is what activates and disrupts your energy. So simply by putting your awareness into that field, you're creating that disruption, that frequency lowering vibration. Check in with your heart, see how it feels. If something doesn't feel right, if it's making you feel low vibration, then it needs to move out of your life. So the next part, she says, you, meaning the collective, are so powerful that your vibration, intentions, and thoughts create your realities. And so I believe what she's saying here is that we as a collective, we don't realize the power of our mind. We don't realize the power of our vibration and our intention and our thoughts, that they're literally creating realities. And that means that where our attention goes, our energy goes. And then those energies start to form into matter and create our existence. And so if you're constantly going on these social media platforms and feeling less than, not enough, or that comparison energy, then you are going to create that feeling in your life and it's going to pull you down. But if you can manage your heart and stay away from the things that pull you down, your vibration is going to be so much more powerful. The things you think about are going to be so much more powerful that you'll be able to create from a clearer perspective, and you'll be able to create the reality that you do want, not the one you don't want. Okay, and the next part of this paragraph, she says, when you extend into any of the platforms you engage with, they might lower your frequency by interacting with them. So be diligent with checking into your heart and see how it makes you feel. See how each platform that you engage with makes you feel. If you are looking at something and it's bringing you joy and peace, then stay with that, right? If you're looking at something and it's bringing you energy and hope, then stay with that. Be very, very diligent about where your energy goes, because your energy is your frequency, and your frequency is what goes out into the world and calls things back to you. So our frequency is very important. Same with the news, same with watching the news or any kind of media. If it pulls you down, it's not worth your time. Stay in higher frequencies. I always tell my clients and my kids and my friends, like we talk about this all the time. I'm like, I am so connected to all you guys, like especially my family and my friends. I'm so connected to you that when you're in a happy place, whether I'm talking to you or not, I can feel your vibration. I can feel that happiness, and it makes me happy. So it's so important for us to keep our vibration up in order to not only feed our lives, but also bless those around us. And so it's really just a beautiful win-win situation when we are diligent about watching our frequency. I thought this was really interesting where she says here, communication is you. The phone and the internet are simply tools through which you connect to the world. You can access anything you choose by directing your intention and energy. And I do believe what she's saying here is that you are communication. We have the ability to telepathically communicate with each other. I mean, have you ever had that time where you just knew you were thinking about someone, you were gonna call them and they called you? Or if you just intuitively thought of something and you reached out and it was just the right timing where you got that right job promotion or you got that right um, got to the bank right in time before it closed so that you can give that last deposit or anything like that. It's like you're picking up on the frequencies of what you need to know through telepathic communication, whether it's with people or even events in your lives, your intuition. So you are the communication here, is what she's saying. You don't really need those other platforms if you don't want to have them. If they pull your energy down, start to trust in your own intuitive uh, abilities. The phone and internet are simply tools through which you connect to the world. But if you think about technology, we created this technology. So it must be us, right? Because we're creating it. We think it is outside of us, but everything is within. So we're getting to this place in time and space where the internet is taking over, and a lot of people are fearful about AI. Oh gosh, it's going to take over my job or it's going to take over the world. No, we are more powerful. God created us way more powerful than any tool that can be used, that we have created ourselves, right? We are the tool. We are the internet. We are the phone. We can do these things. Once we come into the here and now and we start to tap into all who we are, the ability of all that God has made us, we can start to access anything you choose by directing your attention and your intention and your energy to it. And so, again, that could go twofold, right? If we put our intention and energy somewhere else, we'll access that information. So we'll access something negative or something positive. Now, for me in my business, I use my intention and my attention and energy to read people's bodies, but also read people remotely who are thousands of miles away. So, how can I do that? Well, we all can do it, but it's actually our innate ability to pick up on energy. So once you really start to kind of push the things that keep you in a lower vibrational field out of your awareness, and you start to align to more high frequency things that bring you joy and love, you are going to start to tap into your innate abilities, and you can be that communication that you thought could only happen through the phone, or you can only happen through the internet, or you can only get that answer through AI. No, we are all and all above these things because we were made in this divine image. And so the last sentence says, when you create space and become mindful, you create the environment for each individual to connect to source and receive healing. Healing happens in the now. And so it's interesting because I think this has a little twist more for me, because when I sit in meditation, I always ask, how can I help someone heal? But we can apply this to all of us, because what she's saying here is when you create a space and you're mindful, and then you create an environment for people to connect to God and to receive healing. So if you are in a place of peace, then someone's going to feel that peace from you and feel that vibration of love from you, and they will connect to God, to source. Healing happens in the now space. So when you're fully present, you'll be radiating out the love and the peace, and it will bless those around you. And that's when healing comes. Healing is a vibration. It's a vibration and alignment to calming the body down, coming back into who we are, releasing what no longer serves us on an emotional level, retraining the physical body so it's strong and healthy, and also watching where we put our attention in order to keep our frequency high, in order to keep the body moving in a healing and more positive state. So I'm going to stop sharing there. So this message had a lot to it. It started off with social media, but I think that's an important thing because we all are always on the computer. This is how we communicate to each other. So watch things that empower you and lift you up. Watch things that expand you and make you a better person. Be very mindful about the frequencies that come into your life. I will say this too, that there are frequencies that are attached to Facebook, or they're attached to the news, or anything that has that fear-based news platform. And this frequency, I just feel like it's something that's almost like a virus that can get into you. And it is a fear based virus, for better lack of words. So if you want to watch the news or anything like that, just ask for the highest good, ask for protection around you, ask to hear what you're only supposed to hear. Be very diligent about your energy, for your energy is who you are, and your energy moves you forward, and your energy helps you create your reality. So, love on yourself, be very mindful, not only what you put it in your body, food wise, and how you exercise, but also what you ingest through media. And I think that will help you on your healing path, for your body, mind, and spirit. Okay, thank you and have a great day.